The FIA-certified Gran Turismo Championships kicked off its second season in Paris with an event that began the 2019 World Tour. Here are 5 things that can be taken away from the World Tour event in Paris. Double points changes the picture in Paris. The Manufacturer Series was structured as a 4-race round with points for a top 10 finish upwards. Each driver from the teams competed in one of the first 3 races, while in the final race, worth double points, everyone had to take part and race a single stint. The quirk of the format meant Nissan was hurt the most. It did not finish outside of the top 3 in the first 3 races and lead the standings until a 5th-place finish in race 4 cost it heavily. Mitsubishi was leading for a period of time in the final but had no chance of winning the championship due to poor results in the first 3 races, while BMW's brace of bad finishes after winning the opener hurt it. Aston Martin started off slowly after a difficult qualifying left them starting the first race from 10th. The team moved up to 7th in that race before 2 second-place finishes left them second in the standings entering the final race. Aston was in prime position to take advantage of the double points thanks to their consistency. In the end, a second-place finish in the final race would have been enough to win overall, but that would not have been the case if Nissan had not slipped up. Mr. Hot Lap finds consistency. Chilean competitor Nicolas Rubilar has gained the nickname of Mr. Hot Lap due to his qualifying performances, but unlike at the 2018 World Finals last November, he was able to find much-needed consistency. Rubilar earned his nickname by proving fastest on Friday and took part in the top 6 out and was over half a seconds faster than the nearest driver. In last year's Nations Cup he made it to the finals but trailed towards the rear, but this time around automatically qualified for the final by finishing second in his semi-final heat. Rubilar then won this round of the World Tour by jumping from 3rd to 2nd on the grid at the start and took the lead following the final pit stops. Adding consistency in races to his rapid qualifying laps gives Rubilar the chance to become the next Nations Cup champion in November. The championship has a favorite. While it was Rubilar that booked his place into this year's GT Championships World Final, Mikail Hazal has cemented himself as a favorite again for the Nations Cup title this year. Hazal was the European region champion last year and just missed out on becoming the 2018 Nations Cup champion to Brazilian Igor Fraga with a joint second-place finish overall alongside Cody Nikola Latkovsky. The German driver again showed what he was capable of in Paris. He started in pole position for the final of the Nations Cup after winning his semi-final group, but in the end he finished in second place like in Monaco. Reigning champion struggles. Fraga entered this event as the driver to beat, but Paris proved tricky. He started his semi-final heat from pole, only being beaten in qualifying overall by Rubilar, but then made a mistake during a pit stop, as he pitted for the same compound of tire he started on instead of making the mandatory change to a different type. Fraga was able to rescue a 5th-place finish after being down in 10th place when he exited the pits for the second time, and saved himself by winning the last chance race. He tried to replicate last year's win by running an unconventional tire strategy by saving the faster soft compound to the end, but could only finish 7th. A unique last-chance race. The last 4 spots in the final of the Nations Cup was decided with a last-chance race that proved to be unique and also a challenge for the drivers involved. While GT Sport is mostly known for the real-life circuits in the game, as well as custom tracks like the Tokyo Expressway, there are also 3 that are made for rallying. For the last-chance race, a dirt course called Fisherman's Ranch was used. This proved to be difficult for some of the competitors. During the practice sessions on Sunday before the Nations Cup took place, there was a wide variety in lap times, with some taking to the different surroundings a lot better than others. During the last chance race there was plenty of exciting action in the midfield battling for the last spots in the final, and some of the maneuvers and passes were less than clean. It was a unique element that only esports could provide. Share this article on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, email.